Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ugh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack at it. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. All that is, you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Duno. You know? I know. Duno. Does he know? I don't know. But one thing I do know is that he was in the San Jose area. Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti on the bus. The vato literally, in a menudo style, in a direct fashion, pulled up to the San Jose area, to the club, right? He wanted to go clubbing. He wanted to see if he can get him some bajatangas, if he can get him some Arby's, if he can get him a lo mamon, right? The vato pulled up. To what occasion it was, I can't call it like an alcoholic, but one thing I do know that's for sure, that's actual and that's factual, is that Duno did pull up to the San Jose area to go clubbing. How do I know? ¿Sabes qué? Hey, I know everything, yes? You know what I mean? Spencer Natira. One of the homeboys calls me. And it's the homeboy's birthday. They're getting down, they're doing their thing, a gang of homeboys in the San Jose area. Now, when I say homeboys, I don't necessarily mean norteños. There were some involved in the homeboy's birthday party, but for the most part, it was just a birthday party of some real life motherfuckers just doing their thing. They were going to a club that they like to frequent, popping bottle service, you know, doing their thing. Don Julio, Lil Ciroc, Lil Moet. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. When you're living that life, man, when you have it, why not have it your way, right? Well, obviously, Duno's having it. You know, being on No Jumper and being part of that controversial platform, this man is making moves. You know, now I've always been an advocate for the brown man. I've always said, you know, I hope the brown man prospers. I'm all about the raza. I say, fuck it, let's get it. That's it. You know what I mean? If your bag is bigger than mine, says, hey, you, get off my mountain. I'm trying to get up there too. I'm trying to see what that'd be like one time. I want to pop a bottle. You know what I mean? But you can't afford Don Julio because of the way your bank account works. Can I get Don Julio? I don't, whatever it may be. You know, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. But anyway, so the homeboys are popping their bottles, they're partying, they're having a good time, and Duno actually pulls up to the VIP section with his entourage. Now, the homeboy calls me, he's like, hey, guess who's right here? The Vato Duno. Should I jam him up? Should I get at him some type of way because of things that happened on No Jumper concerning Gil, things that happened concerning the movement? And I said, Chale, absolutely not. The Vato actually held his ground. Mums actually pulled up to No Jumper when the 50 Southsiders did pull up. And actually held his down for his people. You know, I said, this guy was put by Adam 22 in a rock and a hard place. And I feel that, you know, he's for the people. You know, I've always watched Duno with his platforms. I've always gave respect to a brown man doing it, opening up doors for people. He's done it the right way. You know, he's represented where he's from. He's represented down south righteously. He doesn't put a bad look on it. He's just, hey, he's comedy. He just does his thing, homes. There's no reason to be mad or approach this individual in a vicious fashion for no other reason than he's just pulling up to a club. He's just trying to have fun. Just like when we pulled up to the club in Vegas, we were trying to have fun, right? That's facts. So there's no reason to run up on a brown man that's just doing his thing. You know, he ain't fuck with you, don't fuck with him. And of course, the homeboy, obviously, right off the top, is not that style. That's not his get down, man. He wants just to let everybody know that, hey, his presence is going to be felt. He's here. This is his home area. And people ain't just going to come up feeling any type of way. You know, we can all get along, homes. Let's do it. Hey, there will be no division between North and South, especially when it's not a gang-related issue. So we hang up, and I'm like, keep me informed. I want to know what's going on over there, right? So they party. He sends me clips. I got video clippings. And it looked like a pretty live event. Now, what had happened was, and what he told me after the fact was, Duno was lacking. Okay, maybe not him necessarily. His eyes were all over the place. He was a little uncomfortable. You could tell in the videos I have. If you look, the homeboys and him are doing cheers. They're partying. They're both drinking. They both were the men of the hour. It was the homeboy's birthday. It was some event with Duno. But at the same time, you could tell that his eyes were all over the place. I don't blame him. Spencer Natira, guard. I don't blame him. Well, you shouldn't, because that's telling. Well, shit. Then I really don't blame him, right? I don't blame him. Just based on the fact that the man did pull up. You know, he was out of bounds being in Northern California. Now, a brown man could go anywhere he wants. Any man could go anywhere he wants. Sprinkle in the woods, brother. Africano, brother. Anyone could go anywhere they want. At the same time, with what's going on nowadays, motherfuckers could get caught lacking. So it's up to you, homes, to be aware, to know what's going on around you, because it's not necessarily going to pop off on a north and south thing, but it could just pop off on a club thing. You know what I mean? You could touch the wrong ground, and now guys, hey, my boyfriend's not gonna. Who's your boyfriend? Big old fucking Africano comes out. Spencer on la tira, right? Sauce, right? And then that's it. It's over. It's that simple and that easy, especially in this day and age. You know, nobody wants to fight anymore. Everybody wants to pull up and pop like Curry. You know, they're on their Klay Thompson shit. They ain't on their Draymond shit. They're on their Klay Thompson shit. And that's just what it is. It's all about the big splash. So anyways, he said this individual, Duno, was there. He was very respectful, but his eyes were everywhere. He was pretty aware. Now, this Vato was, of course, wearing his Lakers hat. He had a red LA hat. He had a red Dodgers hat with bling. He was bedazzled out. Spencer la tira, hey, Duno, you know it. You know it, Holmes. He was bedazzling that night. He had the red LA hat with the bedazzle, LA Kings jersey. So he was repping Los. There's no doubt about that. His entourage, a lot of them did have LA hats, but they weren't gang members per se. They weren't looking like vatos from the barrio that were about to fucking, ¿sabes qué? They weren't on that shit. They weren't on that hype. They weren't super serio. These were guys just at the club. They were trying to get their Los Buki on. You know, he said it looked like a whole group of banda machos, and Duno was the lead singer. Either way, the homeboys did approach them. Hey, let them know that, hey, it's all love. It doesn't go down like that here. They don't have to trip. It's cool to be aware, homes. That's just right off the top. They're even aware. Security was posted right there, eventually in between the two groups, just to make sure. Now, the homeboy said the funny part of the whole situation the whole night was he had a couple of conversations with Duno. He said Duno was in the right state of mind. He was just pulling up, man, having a good time trying to party. Nothing wrong with that, right? And I can't be mad at this vato for representing his colores and representing his city, homes, way up in San Jose area. Hey, you know what I mean? You gotta have, it takes balls, about to sweat my ball. It takes balls to do that, you know, because, hey, everybody knows San Jose is a notorious city, man. They get off where they're mad at. All it took was just one, the wind blew, just one individual to walk into that club, homes, and feel some type of way because his vato's here wearing an LA hat, and it could have fucking been bombs over Baghdad. They could have showed you what Iraq is really like. Okay, they'd have blew up his whole tank. Duno in there looking like a tank. The funny thing is, he sent me the video. Duno's wearing the same old jacket with the fucking fur. I'm like, look at that. So I could take off that tight ass fucking parka from the 80s already. Let's get the LA Kings parka. They don't even make those no more, is it? You know what I mean? Forward that one time for your mind so I could put that in the archives because that's old school. But anyways, he looked like he was having a good time, and I love when I see brown men, man, especially from north to south, coming together and having a good time. He said the one funny part of the night was that actually, because it was the homeboy's birthday, you know, the other homies that were there would run it across, hey, the homeboys want to come through, or these homeboys want to come through. And he said that one of the homeboys said, hey, a few of the homeboys want to come through. They're active and shit, but you know, they're just coming to party, homes. They're not coming to bring no drama. He said, yeah, slide through. He was already, by that time, he was already pervert, swerving, sipping out some of that cherry flavored bourbon. So in a menudo style, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Fuck it, hey, the more the merrier. Well, somehow they got into this club. And the reason it was funny that one of them got into the club was he had several face tattoos, you know, the long hair in the back with the braid, in a norteño fashion, right? He had that typical norteño look. You seen him, you're like, okay, that's an active homeboy right there. He's about to get it. And he walks in, he said, Duno's eyes got big like donuts from Homer Simpson eats. Oh, fuck, right? The gang members done got here, right? Because the way my homeboys and them were presenting themselves, man, they were just dressed club attire, regular. You see me on the thing holding the bottle of Patron or Julio, you know what I mean? I'm out there at the club, right? So that was the attire for the night. But you know, of course, when the homeboys walk in, and when I say homeboys, I mean the norteños. When they walk in, right? It's a whole different element of the game. They don't give a fuck, homes. They're representing. They're making sure that not necessarily that, well, they have Huelga birds or 14s all over their body, homes, but you're going to know exactly who they are and how they carry themselves and how they present themselves. And so, of course, they walked in. This Duno was like, about 5-10 minutes later, there's security in between the two groups. Okay. And the homeboy can no longer get to him. And he says it was all good, man. They still were partying. Nobody went anywhere. He says, but to be honest with you, and I'm talking to you right now, Duno, if you watch this, you were lacking like a motherfucker, right? Not necessarily lacking because you went up north. Let's dispel all the rumors right there that someone was going to do something to you, because if they was going to do something, they would have done it, right? So you were never in no harm's way there. But your group, the group that you had surrounding you, your homeboys, they were lacking, homes. You know, they weren't moving the way they're supposed to move. Now, I know that when we went to the club in Vegas, me and the few homeboys that went there, the way we moved was strategic. We're partying and yeah, bitches and my man, moan's going on. We're just trying to have our best life, live our best life, right? But at the same time, if one of us was going to go outside to smoke, if one of us was going to go to the restroom, we alerted the gente and let them know, hey, trip out. I'm going to go down here to the bar, get a drink. Boom. So that way eyes were on us, or sometimes we did the buddy systems. That's like we're in Folsom, right? Two homeboys would go outside to smoke. We always had a homeboy with us present at all times, just for safety and security. It's not because we're scared or we're moving scary. Child homes, it has nothing to do with that. It's called moving smart. Nowadays, you got to do that buddy roll. You got to play that buddy system. It's better to have fucking 6 eyes, 4, because I got them right here, plus the other 2 homeboys' eyes. If he's wearing lenses, it's all good, right? 4K, right? But it's always better to have homeboys moving with you, homes, and moving on that same level, and everyone knowing where everyone's at. So that way, if something does pop off, homes, they don't get hit in the crossfire. You know, you just are, allegedly. You already know what it is. There's a way to move when you're in a different surroundings and you're out of bounds or in someone else's area, and there's a way not to. Now, I told you, when we pulled up to the club in Vegas, there was some vatos there. Obviously, Southsiders, homes, they were looking at us, we were looking at them. They were looking at us, we were looking at them. And what we did, homes, is being the gentlemen we are, so that's good. We bought a couple buckets of Modelos and sent them down, homes, not on some poop butt shit, not on some punk shit, but on some respect shit. And you know, that dispelled a lot of the looking back and forth. After that, it was all, he's like, hey, where you from, homes? Orange County, this shit. Where you bought this from? Up north there. Orale, like this, you see that hand over there? You see that hand over there? That she's bad, huh? She's bad. I know I was looking at her. That's my old lady, Spencer on Latino, homes. It's all good. She's down for whatever she swings. Well, shorty, swing my way. You know what I mean? That's it. The conversation took a whole different turn, and we were all good because we showed respect. When you're in someone else's area, and of course this wasn't even their area, but we just seen the way people were looking, homes, and we move a certain way when we go to clubs. We gotta be aware. Now, Duno's crew was not moving that way. Vatos were over there taking a gas on the wall. Other vatos in the front smoking like a train. Duno was right there all nervous, like, fuck, what was on it? Is there any way I could turn this King's jersey inside out? Fuck Wayne Gretzky, right? And eventually the homeboy, like I said, went up to him and told him, hey, it's good here, bro. Because he could see he was a little nervous, and who wouldn't be? It doesn't mean he's a punk. It just means he was out of his element, first time at the club, that particular club. And he was probably wondering what pops off here. You know, now San Jose is, like I said, a notorious place. That area, man, anything could go down at any time. Anyone that's from the city will tell you. You know, vatos ain't playing, homes, and people could tell out of towners. It's just the way it is. So it's okay. I used to go to San Jose back in the days. They, where you from, homes? How you know I ain't from San Jose? I know. I said, you're not from San Jose. Where you from? From the I'm shit. I could tell right at the top. What was it? It was the fucking pinchy Cortezes you were wearing. But you guys wear these in San Jose, not that one, because see, we never got those, never hit up here, homes. Those are all red, right? Anyways, people could just tell when someone's from out of bounds or out of town. Now, I don't like the word out of bounds. I don't want to use that because there's no out of bounds. Vatos should be allowed to go wherever they want. If I want to go to Los and party, I got to check in with Swifty, you know? But if I want to go party in Los, right, I'm not going to go without my primos, so fuck that, eh? You know what I mean? I know better. That way I'm going to do better. I ain't trying to end up like PNB Rock. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get my shit rocked. I'm just trying to go, have a good time, get in, get out, get Arby's, and hasta la luego, hasta la bye-bye, hasta la mimis, before they put me to mimis. And I'm cool. I don't need that in my life, you know, especially not at this particular junction in it. Anyways, so Duno did pull up though. You know, I'm going to commend him on that. He was there. He was having a good time, just like any other brown man should. His crew was lacking. Okay, when I say he was lacking, maybe he was lacking in the fact that the people that he had around him weren't paying attention. They weren't aware. And I wanted to say this after the fact, Holmes, because nothing went down. Let me fix my hands. Okay, because I can't be looking all crooked like crooked eye. That's good. And you best believe this. The brother's the strongest, but the essay's the deepest. Orale. Is that all from the eye? Whatever. Now, trip out. If I was there, I would have told him, hey, trip out, Duno. You know, I commend you on what you're doing, Holmes. But I have a problem with your boss. See, I don't like the way Adam 22 moves. I don't like the way he utilizes the brown man. I don't like the way he utilizes any minority group. I don't like the way he uses the white man, brother. I'm not hating on him. I'm not knocking him. I just don't like the way he does it. I don't particularly, is that how you say it? Spencer, fuck it. It's early. I don't agree. You know what I mean? I don't agree with the vato. And I believe Duno is utilized, man, to bring in the raza and to just, you know, be a mainstay there, someone that is a smiling face. and someone there is a yes sir man. Yes sir man, I got you, man. Hey, I got you, right? He likes to keep these yes men around him. But one thing I can say about Duno is him being from the barrio, being in LA, being from Los, being brown, being Chicano, homes. He knows what time it is with the gente, with the raza, and he has a feel for the streets and for the calles. Homes. He's been doing this. He ain't new to this. He's true to this. But like I said, he did pull up to the club in San Jose. He had a good time that night. The homeboy said it was all good in the hood. Nobody was tripping. He did have bottle service. He got one bottle. The homeboys got 6 or 7 of them. Man, so it's just the way it is, man. Just because you're on YouTube don't mean you got all the money. Hey, tell them, we ain't got shit on YouTube. We're struggling. You know what I mean? Just because everyone knows what our faces look like doesn't mean we have the money to back it up. But anyway, so yeah, he was there. But his group at one point in time were very much lacking. So they were leaving him alone, walking away. Maybe they just didn't give a fuck, right? But from some of the videos I've seen, and maybe I'll post a few as shorts. I don't know. I got to hit up the homeboy, see if I can get some high definition ones. You could see the guys were there was some nerves there. There was nerves. Maybe not nerves because they were punks or they were scared, or I'm not going to put that on their plato. You know what I mean? They can't eat that up. Almost the same enchiladas. But one thing I will say is they didn't look too comfortable. You know what I mean? They didn't look too comfortable. They didn't look like Tom when he was laying down and George Jefferson was doing the patty cake on his back. He was all, oh, that feels good, George. It didn't look like that. These vatos were a little uneasy, and who wouldn't be? San Jose. Shit, I'm from up north. I'm from Northern California. When I go to San Jose, I'm uneasy. And this is when I was still active. I've been looking around like, these fuck vatos over here from Horseshoe and the mob don't play. The mobsteros, different. You know what I mean? Vatos from fucking Grande, hit different. Vatos from the hoods, fucking different, right? Palmas, we ain't even gonna speak on that. That's a whole different element. So you have to be aware. Like I said, the 3 homeboys did come active later on, and they didn't trip. They weren't there for all that. They didn't trip and get to slip the clip in and all that. But Duno's eyes were like, he was like, oh fuck, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Well, definitely don't go that way, because there's gonna be no things that way. So watch out, this is the only way you go. If you bust a left, there's gonna be a hyena right there giving one of your security guards a mamon because he's not paying attention. Bust that left, go out through the back exit and say, make sure you turn that jersey inside out because they're not playing out there, right? Go down the stairs, through the tunnel, swim through the swamp, over the hill, and right to the homeboys you go, right? It never came to that. Duno pulled up in the club, had a good time. I'm glad that nothing happened. I'm glad that he enjoyed himself. I'm glad that the brown men can get along, man. And you gotta understand, the homeboys knew exactly who he was. When Navato walked his fat ass up in that motherfucker, when he waddled up in that motherfucker, right? Homeboys was like, that's not about the Duno, because little did he know that, me and him, I've always, like I said, I've always respected his get down on YouTube. I don't like No Jumper Adam 22, but I like Duno. I like him, AD, Sharp, several of those individuals, T-Rail, whatever. I like them. I just don't like Adam. I just don't care for him, I don't hate him, I just don't care for him. But believe me, if there was any friction or animosity between myself and Duno, if there was any words spoken in a derogatory nature, the homies had him. You know what I mean? The homies definitely had him. And that's how simple it could be. That's how you can get caught lacking. You might not get caught lacking from the particular person you're beefing with, but when homeboys get eyes on you, homes, on any side, it can get ugly fast, and it may noodle down in direct fashion. I'm telling you, the homeboy told me, there's one right here. Was he tripped today? I got him. I said, no. Send mines. Send my respects. It's not nothing like that. And they took a shot together, had a good time, like I said, man. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Brown men coming together, man. Being able to let all the bullshit go, the north and south. Because, at some particular points in time, Duno has expressed, his love for the South and his distaste for the North. But, I don't think that's the case, man. I think this vato has a lot of love for the gente, and I truly support him. I truly support him in his endeavors, and I hope that, he continues to prosper. He's a funny individual. He's a talented individual, and my respect goes out to him. Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, the vato pulled up. His security didn't quite pull up, but he pulled up, and respects for that. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about you and your familia, man. Doing what you can do for your gente and your people, man. And when you go out to spots, man, and you see there's some tension, homes, walk on by. You don't need that shit in your life. If it doesn't involve you, don't involve yourself in it, homes, because you never know when they'll pull up and pop. You already know what it is. If you like this, like and subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. If he's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the unity of all people. The raza, the black, the brown. Sprinkle in the woods, brother. You know, the woods are always like, you don't never fuck with us, gun. Is it because we moved on to DC blacks? I don't know what it is, Holmes. But at the same time, it's all love in the hood. Orderly Duno. You pulled up. Bang, bang.